allocations for road building and other things.
I'll come to that question of delivery in a moment's time. But first, Nicolas Ribollet, one area where, in fact, the finance minister has gone back on a promise that he made in his first budget last year in July is this question of reducing subsidies. Last year in July, he appointed the Bimal Jalan Commission. They were going to give the government advice on how subsidies should be cut. That commission has submitted its interim report. But beyond reducing the oil subsidy, and that's entirely reduced because the oil prices come down, actually food and fertilizer have gone up by 10,000 crore almost compared to last year. To what extent is that going to be an issue of concern for investors, that A, he hasn't kept a promise, and B, the opposite seems to have happened as far as food and fertilizer is concerned?
Clearly, the question of subsidies is a critical one. I don't think that it will be the main point of concern for international investors, but it's clearly a point that India has to sort out. I think the expectation from the international side is more than the numbers today, is effectively sorting out the distribution of subsidies, because I think there are still big issues in terms of the subsidies reaching their final destination. So I think on that front there's still a lot of work to be done. But I think it's probably just a realistic approach from the finance minister, and there's probably a bit more time or some more time required on that front for subsidies. And I think international investors would accept that subsidies matter is so significant for India that it cannot be sorted out overnight.
So the interesting point I'm making is that it's not really the quantum of subsidies that matter to international investors so much as targeting them better and ensuring that leakages come down.
Exactly.
One area where, in fact, James